Okay. So this is going to be a playthrough of Bunbun 3 version 1.0. This hack has been through about 3 years of playtesting edits and adjustments and stuff. Shoutouts to all of the playtesters who I have in the credits. I'm not going to name them offhand because I know if I name them offhand I'm going to forget someone and then it's going to be really awkward. So I'm just going to wait for the credits until the end. I've learned my lesson on this before. No matter how confident I am that I remember everyone, I will have forgotten someone. I don't know.
Like if I make it bigger, it's like
Dad summoned you.
You know what? I wonder if I need to make
Welcome
the
in, Sylph.
font bigger itself.
Okay, so let's get going with Bunbun 3, because this game's a little long. It's gonna take a little minute.
Alright, that looks
Most of my average playthroughs of this game... Yeah, let's go. Most of my average playthroughs of the game are about 2 hours or so. It's a 24 exit hack with a final boss level. I guess consider this a speed run, but it's mostly just going to be me talking through the game as clear stuff. So we'll check out the tutorial first. It's not really anything groundbreaking. You can save with select if you want to, but it also saves after every window, so it's a little redundant, but if you want to save, you can. More importantly, you can press L and R at any point in this hack to switch between Mario and Bunbun.
I know, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, that's cute.
I have written instructions in the README for every difference between them more in depth. But the main difference is Bun can jump 4 tiles high, Mario can jump 5 tiles high. If you spin jump with Mario, it spin jumps. If you spin jump with Bun, it just does her regular jump. But Bun can also flutter with A in midair. It's not on B, so you can still do regrabs with Bun with a regular jump, and you can still do regrabs after the flutter with A. But if you jump and press A with Bun, or jump with Mario and switch to Bun, you can flutter whenever. And that is the main gimmick of this hack, and will be the recurring theme for everything in this design. It was critical for me in this hack design to try to make things as clear as possible while also having fun with the switching and stuff.
There was one where everyone said you're the asshole when I said not the asshole.
So, level 1 is always supposed to just kind of be a game to run and go fast. And also set the pace for the rest of the hack, in my opinion. Because of that, this was actually one of the last levels I designed. I'm working on a Bunbun 3 art book, and I just noticed, or like I'm gonna write down like the date every level was created. And this was definitely one of the last levels I designed in the hack, which I think is fitting. I feel like typically you kind of design your hacks from the inside out. This little runoff right here is a little difficult, but I think it's still fine.
What if we just left it in just chatting, honestly? Just leave it in just chatting, we'll see how it goes. Why not? Oops. Fluent booty, oh my god. So like, you're all rowdy too? Okay, so that's what I'm thinking. Like, I knew it would be on social media. And I didn't even consider...
It's for some reason easier for me to do a regular jump grab there than it is for me to do a spin jump, even though I'm pretty sure the spin jump points just when you just do a big spin jump and you don't have to re-grab at all.
This turns out we're grabbing the murderers upset too much. Please don't like that. Just wanna run it for real. It's called being a woman, yeah. Probably having princess in my name doesn't help, huh? I did get my first Reddit follower though, I'm not really sure why or how. Don't follow me there, I don't know if you can see
Oops.
where I think I made it so you can, but like...
Don't follow me there. all of you.
Blood pressure. Stuff on it? Dust? How dare dust accumulate on something that's... What do you mean? Imagining a word on the internet in 2023, well, I mean, you don't have to imagine it and literally live it every day. Why? I'll tell you that. I'm actually pretty lucky, all things considered, compared to a lot of other girls on the internet, but... Oh my god.
Alright. Once Upon a Bun is meant to be a Bunbun exclusive level, which is indicated by all of these hints to Switch and also Flutter with Bun. I think you can like technically make this jump with Mario, but it is like super fucked up to make with Mario, and the intent is for you to switch over to Bun and just be Bun for the level. Most of the game is designed for you to be able to go with either character. Velo. God damn. Tier 3, 56 months is a lot of time and support. Thank you. Shoutouts to Velo, who has been here since the very beginning of Bunbun 1 design streams. Very important infrastructure to the stream, so thank you, Velo.
Okay.
Hope you're doing well. Glad that your resub gets to make it into this video. We are currently doing a Bunbun 3 version 1.0 playthrough to show off the actual clear version of Bunbun 3. There's very small edits to some of this stuff because as I switched over to the Uber ASM retry, I noticed that some setups just didn't work anymore. So that setup right there actually used to be a winged platform coming out of there, but I actually like this setup more, so I'm kind of glad that it broke, because I think it's more interesting now. You get to use that bullet twice now. Before you only used it on the way over and dodged it on the way in, but now you actually have to pop off it in both directions, and I feel like that's more interesting.
And then Carmilla's story.
I'm pretty sure you can also just jump over this with Mario and switch to Bun here, but given that I encourage that actively throughout the game, I'm not removing that as an option. I am well aware that there are many spots in this game that can be done different than intended between the two characters. Like, there's plenty of spots that are pretty clearly designed for Mario that Bun can just cheese the heck out of. And honestly, a little bit of vice versa. Playtesters in general have been very good about doing alternate setups and stuff, and confirming that there are a lot of ways to play this game. So the way I'm playing for this video slash the clear video, I guess, is kind of just the most straightforward way. But I've intentionally left a lot of openness to the obstacles in this game to allow a little bit more creativity for switching and stuff.
It absolutely has to be a ghost story. It has to be supernatural.
Those bullets never fire.
Like, actually really, really happen. It's not like I don't believe in ghosts, but like, it's easier for me to tell myself that would put it. Does this make sense?
I never actually closed that door for that event, but I don't think it actually matters.
Okay, you'd be interested? I wasn't sure.
So this is a heavily touched up version of my KLDC entry from last year. Heavily touched up being visual level design and to having the Mario and Bun ASM to switch back and forth. I was pretty happy with this level as a KLDC entry, but I think it's improved now, even just if this level was still Mario only. So I'm glad that it's also more fun now that you can switch back and forth between the two. I'm still thinking I want to design for KLDC this year, but I'm gonna probably chill on it for at least like a week or so and just enjoy release. I'm sure I'll be inspired to want to design after release, honestly, so I wouldn't be surprised if I'm right back to Lunar Magic streams for something else, but we are definitely done with Lunar Magic streams for Bunbun 3, which feels weird to say, because those have been 3 years of Lunar Magic streams on this channel, so...
Just because I've seen them say, I don't know.
I guess I could have, up above, actually used the logo that I had designed for this. I'll do that after this level.
And point more people in that direction to get it. You feel me?
I like switching to Bun to that part because it's a little bit easier to jump through there, but that ending was significantly nerfed from a couple of playtesting versions because I liked people dying there, but not completely dying to it. Okay, before I get farther, let's go ahead and remove the Gracie text and add the 3 logo. That's huge.
But a lot of these links will go
I'll be submitting this logo along. It might be a smaller version, I guess. But I'll be submitting this logo along with my game submission, so people can use it for thumbnails and stuff on YouTube if they want.
You know, it's really good. It's so fucking good.
I am also working on a Bunbun 3 art book, which won't be out for a while,
not necessarily
since I'm not even like half done with the level drawings, but am working on it, and it's coming along pretty well. Okay.
The ghost stories, hell yeah! Oh, and Tori, I hope that exercise went well.
Alright, Vanilla Bun Gelato is our vanilla retry level. The main reason for vanilla retry in this level is the secret exit, which has been incredibly tuned to basically just be as free as possible.
Or ghost stories. Spanish ghost stories? That's fun. Evan, how are you doing?
Oh, there's a baseball coming, that's never good.
Yeah, it was a cool concept.
Okay, I'm gonna dodge these info boxes for the time being, because they'll be more clear in the secret exit, which I like doing after the regular exit of this level.
Have you read that one though, Talaga? Where like you can't go on the lift between one.
All of my playtesters have had trouble with that Hammer Bro drop, but I apparently just have the muscle memory down to pretty much just fall that way. More or less every time.
The tower block.
Nice.
With the English titles. Okay, okay.
Also, I hope you're doing well, everyone.
I just learned one that I could not.
I keep thinking it's Friday, so I almost said Happy Friday, but Happy Friday Eve. Alright, let's go back and do the secret exit of Vanilla Bun Gelato, which I'll hop in here to show. You're going to cape spin the bottom left corner of question mark blocks in the bonus game from left block to right block, and you'll always get a 1-up. Make sure you're only spinning the bottom left block of the question, not both the bottom left and bottom right. So, what that means is, in the bonus game, You can actually do this with an item also, so you can do this with Yoshi if you want to, but it's easier with Kate because you can line it up. You kind of want to be about a tile away, so if you're lining it up with the checkerboard thing, you kind of want to be in between these as much as possible. But if you basically hit the highlighted, if you hit the highlighted bottom left corner of all of these and go from left to right, you will every time asterisk get a 1-up from these. There's a couple of interesting ways to be able to cheese this segment as well that I will not mention currently, but let's just say if you're good at dupes, this segment is pretty trivial.
I'm a big baby, so this is new. So how was your stream? What were you up to? None pizza. Where's left beef? How are you?
So that's probably the hardest one because you do have to kind of fly into it a little
the
bit.
Disney movie. Okay, sorry. There was a character named Coco in one of these stories. So hello.
Okay. So after you get through here, run to the edge.
Welcome on in. How's it going, everybody? I'm Bunbun.
Activate the P-switch, get them midway, die, and because Yoshi can activate an exit, you get the secret exit. Doing alright, Hal. Can you please prop us for dinner? Looking for a Scarlet Violet Cheetah to make the game render in 4x3. Interesting. That sounds fun. For your CRT, I imagine. Hey Doc, thanks. It's been a long time coming. It feels surreal still, honestly, but it feels nice to just have it like on the layout and done and just playing it and chilling and not constantly feeling like I have playtesting edits to make and just actually getting to play the game. It's a very weird, surreal feeling, honestly. Bunbun 1 and Bunbun 2 came together in about under a year each, which was pretty fast because they were like pretty vanilla. Holy heck, my overlay is clean. Thank you. We cleaned it up a lot today, actually. Bun actually found a couple new fonts for me that match the layout and stuff. So the font above is like infinitely clearer already. And then I also have the added benefit of having made the Bunbun 3 logo, which I'm transmitting with the game also. So people can either use that for their titles or use it for thumbnails and stuff. I'm hoping that this encourages people to start doing a little bit more art with their hats as well. Alright, I want to point this out because this is an extremely new addition. You are welcome to wait back here as much as you want, but do not wait at the corner.
I love that. That's really good.
That fish was recommended by a third wall, so anyone that dies of that fish can blame third wall for it. And please let me know when you're blaming third wall for it, because it's hilarious.
How cute is that? Look at this Patrick Snow.
Oh.
Cute. Adorable.
Oh, that is cute. You do like the fonts? Thanks, Philip. Yeah, I'm excited. There's a couple of spots that I think are going to be pretty good clip spots, and that fish definitely feels like one. I'm not typically the type of creator to just drop a fish on your head, honestly. Which I think means after 3 hacks, I get the right to do it at least once. And it's also like fairly easy to avoid, honestly, because all you have to do is just run forward here and just like not wait in the corner. So a lot of people actually probably, honestly, aren't going to hit that fish. I almost got the wall jump on the first try. Oh my god, so I have a clip of Shoujo's playtesting where she just runs in from here, runs, jumps up, gets the wall jump, gets the moon, and then just lands, like, on her first actual shot. I'm just like, alright, Shoujo, calm down. Yo, Borgie, thank you. I am excited. And thank you for everything that you did for this hack. For those that don't know, Borgie draw the cute-ass Bunbun sprite, which is why I've been trying to use it as much as possible. So major shout-outs to Borgie. And also major shout-outs to Circle Friendo, who I haven't actually shouted out at this point yet. But Circle Friendo is the creator of the Mario and Friends ASM, which has been adopted into the Mario and Bunbun ASM for this hack. By adopted, I mean it's Mario and Daisy, but Daisy is a reskin to Bunbun. So it's adopted, as in I just used it for this hack. So major shout outs to Circle for getting this fine-tuned. Played a bit more, found a few things, nothing really major, more like observations, for sure. If you want to send them over, I'm not planning on uploading until the morning, and if there's anything small and minor that I can add to clarify stuff, I'd be happy to do it still. I'm pretty sure this version is more or less finalized, but if there's some stuff to discuss still, I'm definitely down to.
I gotta go grab it 1 second. Get back.
Nice. Hi, Queen. I very late into development, as in while we were naming levels, Bun and I slightly changed the palette of this level because this used to have a green background and now it's like all red. I think it fits better both with the name and just visually looking at it. I wanted a palette with red and green together and I think it worked, but I think this red background just works better. You played up to and including the fireball level, for sure.
Oh no, I'm stepping on something wet? Ew! Oh, what is this?
Oh, it might have been from my, from my wrap, I guess.
It wasn't wet, it was full though.
The firebar level in particular has a lot of, we'll call them alternate strategies that I've left in.
I know I bought more of these. Where are they?
What are you looking for?
My little sticky things. It looks like whiteout, but it's a sticky thing.
Huh.
All my whiteouts are in here, so I thought it was in here. I like bought it a little bit clearer than I needed it, but now I don't know where I put it.
I think I can respawn the small. Oh, you can also just die. That's fine. Pretty sure you can respawn that mole if you jump out and jump back.
Put them in here! Woo! Okay, found him. Found him. Found it. Okay. Alright, that's what we need. Okay. Sorry, where was I in chats? Let's go somewhere on the flute. She really does that. Stop the doobie flute. Just incredible. Incredible. I can't wait to catch the first. Queen and Defiant are both back. What the heck, y'all? Food. Nice. Errands are complete. That was amazing. You get nice and silly and
I removed another one of these little diagonal platforms from here from the original testing because it was just annoying. Be careful running under these things because you get like very vacuum sucked under them. Oh, I almost got the 50. Damn it.
There we go.
Alright, Combo Castle. You're able to skip the first room if you go in the blue switch pipe right there. For the sake of this clear video, I'm gonna play the first room because I feel like you might need that in the clear video. But if you are struggling with this room and really don't like it, you can always start select out and get the blue switch and just skip it. All of the castles slash final levels of each world are designed to sort of be like mini culmination castles in this game, which combine all of the previous levels before it. Makes you feel any better, Borgie. I'm pretty sure the only tester that actually played this room was Third Wall, because everyone else also skipped it.
I'm sorry.
It's a pretty straightforward room, so I haven't been like super worried about it or anything, honestly. Like it's just platforming on those SMB3 platforms, so it's not really that big of a deal. And I at least did get some playtest feedback for it, so it's not like completely devoid of testing feedback.
I'm gonna need to think of a color scheme.
Gotta hurry up and get in the store before that guy falls on you again.
So anyway, we just got here. We're doing some bullet journal setup. I'm sorry, I didn't really say all of that. We'll kind of look like this.
I think you one-shot the last half of this level. That wouldn't surprise me. I've designed a lot of this game to be one-shottable. It may not be a very easy one-shot or even a very fair one-shot at times, but like it is possible to do.
So yeah.
Yeah, the one before is the one I figured you were talking about. I would have been pretty surprised if you one-shot this segment, because this segment's actually not like hard, but definitely harder than the previous room. That jump right there tends to fuck a lot of people up. And then I'm so happy that I got third wall with this troll, because I stole this troll from Mostly Harmless. And if you're wondering what the troll is, basically the camera stops scrolling like slightly before you would expect it to, so it's really easy to run into the spike. I'm gonna try to avoid a small spoiler in this segment, but these fireballs are not quite as deadly as they look like they are. They almost were right there, though. Jesus. It's intentional, Borgie. I do need to fix the quote-unquote underscore after that boom boom thing before release, because that was something I was going to potentially do, and now I just need to get rid of that janky almost underscore, but not actually an underscore thing. No tester has commented on it, but I've had it in the back of my mind for forever.
I mean...
Alright, one of my favorite musical things about this game, and I'm going to point it out in this clear video, this port perfectly lines up with you actually getting to the ghost house on this overworld when you're climbing up.
Vincent probably has some type of intel that we don't have.
Which I like. I've like never intentionally synced. Yeah, I probably can. I just I need to actually do it, or just in an easier sense just get rid of the underscore tile. Because I don't need it at all. I just... Oops. This level either like is a one-shot for me, or like really trips me up, and I'm not entirely sure why. But preemptive shout out to D to the Forest for most of the things in this world in particular. I think she made the ghost ropes, the extendy pipes that are in the next level, and something else in this world? I don't remember what, but at least the ropies and the extendy pipes, which are critical sprites in 2 levels.
Oh my god, Vincent, yesterday when we were talking to you and I asked you how old you were, and then I was like, maybe you don't have to answer that if you don't want to, and then like you never answered it, and then later after stream I was like, Vincent was probably like, good thing you said I didn't have to answer, because I was wondering how I was supposed to say I'm like 500 years old. I don't know. It's just an old soul.
Vincent the Sage.
Vincent's been around a while, I don't know. I didn't mean like you're old, but like, do you know what I mean?
I didn't mean like you're old.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like an ancient fey creature. That's what I mean. Not like you're old. Like you're... I don't know. Oh, that's interesting, Vincent.
I guess a fun fact about this level. This was one of the first levels that I actually drew custom graphics for in this game. Those little ghost ropey graphics
Look,
are...
I've been reading a lot of like supernatural shit, okay?
I guess it's just an edit of the regular line guide stuff, but it's an edit that I drew, at least, which I'm really happy with. And I also drew the in-between squish frame, which you can sometimes see. I don't even know if you can see it on my stream currently, because I'm only streaming at 30 FPS, but when you're playing the game for yourself, there's like a little bit of a squish frame before it like disappears away. And that was one of the first times I've ever had to actually draw like squish frames for animation, so that was fun. You can see it? Okay. I wasn't sure if it came through on the 60 FPS refresh or if it was on the 30 FPS. Smells like ZD baking in here.
It smells like spaghetti factory. But he sings, yes. No, it's just I'm genuinely on the net. No, you're fine. It made me just say that. I loved it. That explains the love for plants and Real Housewives. I can't. Vincent started watching Real Housewives of Atlanta with me last night, like, because I was watching while Theo was streaming, and then Vincent was in chat and was like, "What episode are you on?" And like, we were watching it together on screen.
It was very cute. I big recommend.
The birthday card app. Oh, I literally would never remember in my life. I think you can edit it to change.
That jump in particular got changed a ton from even version like 0.9, honestly. Because a lot of testers had issues with that jump. What? How did I not hit? How did I dodge that entire rope? Rev, hi. How's it going? Well, I guess that works. This is gonna suck the spin jump from, but I think it's okay. Ah, I died at the easy part. God damn it.
Of course, no, okay.
But that's a good example of how you can kind of switch to bun mid-jump and sort of abuse both the benefits of both jumps. A lot of testers, from what I have seen, have preferred to stay mostly as Mario throughout the game and switch to Bun as needed / to save situations that you would normally die in. The ability to save situations that in most Kaizo hacks would be a guaranteed death is something that I think is gonna shine on a lot of people's playthroughs if they click with the switching mechanic. Because there's a lot of times where you're typically just giving up in a Kaizo situation because you're like clearly about to fall into a pit. But if you're fast enough / remember that you can switch to Bun, you can do a big jump and sort of save yourself in a lot of kind of ridiculous situations. I expect most people's first playthroughs to be pretty much exclusively Mario, though. There will be a couple of people that I think really click with switching mechanics, but I think on the whole, most people will probably just be playing as Mario and then switching to Bun for like the one Bun level and then Special World. But I think as people start to pick up this game for more of a speedrunning incentive, I think the general path will probably be most of the time to play through as Mario and switch to Bun as needed. Although there are Bun strats for pretty much every level as well, because I tried to do that as much as I could. Yes.
I thought so too. You actually know Bunbun's IRL name? Oh. Your secrets are safe with Arya. Sorry, Arya singing voice. I guess the name of the big Guardian of Music.
Is this a Battle Network song? It sure is. It's the first of like 5 or 6 in this game. I did not realize until I was building the set list for this game but there are many songs from across the Mega Man Battle Network series in this game. I think, actually, if I remember correctly, the only game of the series that I don't have music for in this is Battle Network 5. I have a lot of Mega Man Battle Network 2 and then sprinkled ones of most of the other ones. Yeah, shoutouts to the Mega Man Battle Network composer. She's very underrated. I believe her pronouns are she. Yeah, I actually have Battle Network, the Legacy Collection, on my Throne wish list, but we'll probably be just trying to get it for my birthday if it doesn't pop up before then. But I actually still have the cartridges of Battle Network, I think Battle Network 2, and definitely Battle Network 3 White. Ugh, okay. This is a kind of annoying death that happens here that I wasn't able to fix with the ASM, and there's also really nothing I can do about it. That pipe specifically, you can kind of jank out and die to. I expect it to happen to people during release, and it's going to be frustrating. But I need to use the custom pipe there specifically because I need to keep that muncher around for locking you into the upper part in the next segment. It's interesting because I haven't ever had a jank out death on that pipe that's like right before the spinies. Even though I'm pretty sure that's a custom pipe too. But I've never janked out to there, only at the part where you have to like fall onto it kind of fast and swoop under and then wait. And it doesn't happen very often. Of course it would happen in the clear video, but that's to be expected, I guess. Mega Man Battle Network song number 3 of the hack, I think. Hey, aborted. Thanks. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Forgot my own goddamn obstacle.
I was actually really embarrassed because these friends that like.
As I alluded to, and as Borgie probably documented in his playtesting, there are many alternate strats you can do in this level in particular. I tried to leave as many alt strats as possible throughout the game. This level in particular has a lot of fun stuff you can do with characters and stuff. And I forget my own spacing. Yeah, it was important to me, if I was going to be having a Kaizo hack where you had 2 characters, to be able to use both characters as often as possible. I think I did a pretty good job of it. I think there are a couple of spots where I could have maybe like muddied up the obstacle a little bit more to truly make it possible with either character. but I don't think that would have really been worth it, honestly. I think for the balance of clarity of obstacle to freedom of obstacle, I think I struck that balance pretty much as good as I could have. And if not, there's always a 1.1. Trying to avoid a 1.1 if I can, but I will say that the 1.1 of Bunbun 2 definitely made Bunbun 2 better, so I'm not against it. I just would prefer 1.1 to not really be that big of a change, and also ideally not have to do a 1.1.
I hope I'll take care of that for you. Sounds like you'll be busy for me. Oh, love that for you, Aria.
This music reminds me that I still need to go back and actually play Crash 1 in the Crash Insane trilogy. I beat Crash 2 and Crash 3 like 3 years ago in that trilogy, and for some reason Crash 1 never vibed with me that well. But if I'm gonna upload it to YouTube, I want all 3 instead of just the second and the third. Because that's a little awkward. The reason I say that is because this music is Crash Bandicoot, so... Yeah, I'm gonna leave the Bun exploration more up to players for their playthroughs. I definitely encourage it wherever, because there are plenty of spots in this game where Bun can sneakily break stuff. And throughout playtesting, I've confirmed that it feels fun to do, so I left it in. Thankfully, I have played the ever-loving crap out of this game, so I have tried to fine-tune it to feel as good as possible. There's definitely some obstacles I have found that are a little bit easier on joystick than they are on D-pad, both from playtester. Yeah. Yep, but it challenges people differently.
Very CO touch.
Yep.
Of course, I play on joystick now too. That's so funny.
Joystick gang. Oh, that was very good timing on that timer. Okay, I'm gonna go grab the food really quick while this is loading. Yeah, we have a baked CD thing that's sort of been our comfort food for the past couple of weeks. It's a frozen baked CD that's actually really good for the oven. Alright, so next level is Super Bunny Ball, which is a Super Monkey Ball level, aka no jumping, and Super Monkey Ball music and aesthetics.
Yes, but there's a
if you have not played Super Monkey Ball, it is a very, very, very hard arcade puzzle game, I guess, for lack of a better way of putting it. Where you're a monkey and a ball, and you move the stage around to get your monkey through the goal. And it's very similar, basically, to a no-jump Kaizo level, because you kind of have to manipulate everything around you to help you through, rather than having your main source of jumping. Turns out there are many ways built into SMW to be able to let you jump and even re-grab with this ASM and have it not really be that big of a deal. Namely through springs and no blocks, and also just riding platforms and stuff. Both Bun and I actually did playthroughs of Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania, so it was pretty important for me to have a level that paid tribute to that.
Super Bunny Ball.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yep. So this jump right here forces you to re-grab with this ASM. I think that's the only time I actually force you to re-grab with it, but it shows that it is possible. And also, if you're curious, you can't flutter with Bun either.
That was great.
Oh yeah, peanuts are unfortunately a pretty big part of bear traps.
I tried to sing it like people.
Yeah. If you run right away, you're fine every time here.
Shows for free? What? That's
Okay.
amazing. Then nobody could ever be mad at you for what you're wearing ever again.
Next up is the World 2 Castle / airship. I was gonna do like airship camera on this level, but honestly nobody really likes airship camera, so it's a static ass airship. Pretend like it's ready to take off or something, and it hasn't actually taken off yet. More importantly, it is a combination of ghost ropes, extendy pipes, fire bars, net blocks, and no jump into a castle together. And shoutouts to Dan the VP for this port, because Dan made this port for SGDQ 2022. Oregon and I collabed on a level, and we got to use this port for it. And I asked Dan if I could reuse it again for Bunbun 3, and he said of course. So it's in here as the castle music for here. Yeah, I've tried to limit movement as much as possible to not be super overwhelming in this hack, honestly. Because that's definitely something I'm more sensitive to now than I was even a couple of years ago. So there is a little bit of movement in levels, but it's typically pretty restrained. Oh yeah, I completely forgot I changed this for the better. This used to be bullet bounces that were kind of annoying to time, honestly. I think even in every single playtest version I had, they were still bullet bounces that were annoying to time. And as I was doing a sweep through probably last week or so, I was like, wow, this is kind of annoying. So I just deleted the bullets and changed them into no block bounces, which is the same thing, except you A, don't get janked out by the star timer here, and B, can time it up a lot nicer. And if you have the blue switch here, you're able to get a mushroom for this fight. I originally had counter break on to be able to allow you to carry this mushroom out farther than just this fight. I guess I should explain this. This boss can only be hit when he's trying to fly towards you. When he's blushy like that, he can't be hit. I was trying to look into a way to make him transparent when he's looking that way, but it's really hard to do. Really hard to do that, so... if you're able to keep the mushroom to here, you can actually do the Bunbun 1 mushroom clip to dodge this particular hit. That fire bar can actually hit you. See, on both sides of the net, so you have to be careful. But if you have the mushroom, you're at least able to skip that last obstacle.
Tonight? Yes! Please sleep tonight.
Please. Alright. Next up is our water level. The only thing special about this water level compared to a vanilla water level is the depth plane is raised by a pixel, which doesn't mean anything to anyone except anyone trying to cheese this level. Basically means you can't swim under my level, and you have to play it legitimately. Other than that, this is 100% vanilla, 100% water level. Just have fun swimming. The first half is designed to force movement quickly without having a timer of any kind or auto scroll, and then the second half has an auto scroll but is not fast auto scroll, but still designed to force pace. Yeah, and also Fendrana Drift's music is exceptionally good. I changed this obstacle also from playtesting slightly. That used to be a block that you hit a Yoshi out of, and now it's just an invisible block that you raise Yoshi with. The difference between those two is pretty minimal, but basically when I was testing this, I noticed that on the first life through... Oh, I'm dead. No! Damn it. On the first life through on here, if you like got up to that Yoshi obstacle, the block just wouldn't spawn the Yoshi for some reason. I think it has something to do with the retry ASM, because it wasn't doing that before I patched over to the retry that's just sitting in the top left corner. So it's not really that big of a deal. It's the exact same obstacle basically now. It's just it spawns every time instead of every time but the first life.
Vincent, definitely got some good sleepies.
Metroid Prime does have some amazing music.
Glad we got to see those.
Have a good night, Vincent. The longest event in the game. Alright, Phantom Factory is designed to just be a fun little platforming level with dry bones and dry beetles, and the... I forgot what to do there. And the castle blocks. I've mostly wanted to try to design a level with the dry bones and dry beetles, because I haven't really used them on a level before. Turns out they're pretty fun. Obviously there's only so much you can do with mostly platforming sprites, but turns out just platforming off of them feels pretty good. This obstacle sort of changes depending on what time you get here, but I'm pretty sure every iteration is possible, so I don't really mind. Variants like that only really sucks when there's just like a variant of it that you straight up die to, because that's not fun for anyone. Also, shoutouts to Amber for this moon. This is lava, so you can die here if you swim up, but Amber reminded me that if you walk into lava and just don't jump, you don't die. This is probably my individual favorite obstacle of the game. It just feels nice to do. And it feels nice to have a reason to need to do it twice. So you gotta get the shell to carry through there. I don't think you actually need the shell, because I'm pretty sure if you flutter jump perfectly you can make it up there, but I'll leave that to other people to determine. But the intended flow has you just bounce through that segment twice to once to open it and then once to keep the shell through. Shoutouts to my Twitch chat for this level, because with my help they made this level and it's pretty good. They were able to design the palette, they were able to design what enemies I used in the level, and a general idea of most of the obstacles. I was a little nervous to do a chat designed level, especially one that I was like pretty much committing to actually putting in the hack. But it ended up working out pretty well, I would say, because this level ended up being really fun. I was wondering if that was possible. It is. That's fun. It's actually the first time I've ever died to that muncher, but that's funny. This obstacle and also a little bit the next obstacle, as you see, have very alternate strats if you're Bun. I prefer the Mario strat for that segment, so I just like bouncing off the dudes. This hack ended up having a lot of very fun, very vanilla obstacles in it, despite having the overarching, very not vanilla switching between Bun and Mario on a whim. Which I think did it favors. I think if there was too much that was like super custom in this game, it would be a little overwhelming, honestly. So I think putting this ASM in the context of a mostly vanilla hack will hopefully do it favors going forward. There's definitely, honestly, limitless possibilities with this Mario and Friends ASM. I think total in the Mario and Friends ASM, there's 5 or 6 characters, which...
How much longer do we need to wait for the food?
The food's done, it's just cooling right now. Probably whenever, honestly.
Okay.
I did sort of just have an ad run, though. So yeah, shout out to chat for that level. That was a good level, chat. And shout out to the Bun for this level, because it's disco shells, which she's good at. And also Animal Crossing music. So... also shout outs to these little invisible ropes that I drew for this level, and then ended up liking so much that I wanted to just use as universal 1F0 graphic throughout the hack. I think they visually look a little nicer than the typical 1F0 bridge, and also, especially in this level, fit more thematically than having that upside down bridge everywhere. I think it's also fairly intuitive that it's 1F0, just kind of looking at it at a glance, which I think is kind of important for custom 1F0 stuff.
One of your neighbors. Please gonna grow a
Oops.
pizza or something. So very specific, I'm not gonna lose too much of it. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, it's okay to still have some garlic and stuff, like garlicky stuff, but you have a hard time like stopping yourself once you started eating it. I get it. have the fun.
No, I switched too late. God damn it.
I realized I need to make the snack part bigger if I'm gonna actually try.
I didn't think I had landed on the side of the muncher until it was too late there. I guess I could probably make that jump slightly easier. Just didn't jump. Okay. I think you can make that if you kick the shell backwards and then bounce off it at the right time. It's hard to do, but I'm pretty sure it's possible in this iteration even. It was definitely possible in a previous playtest version. I don't know if it's still possible. My own damn obstacle. Can't really say I was expecting this level of this world to be the one that's tripping me up the most, honestly. This is normally the one that goes pretty quickly. I started thinking about the Switch a little too early. Okay.
Glad you got that. Left to be right.
Yep.
Oh god.
This looks fun. Thank you. I have put a heavy emphasis on this game being as fun as possible, so I hope it comes across. Yeah, Bun's flutter is honestly pretty amazing. When Circle, Ham, and I made Mario and Friends in the Ghost Gallery almost 2 years ago now. Jesus. When we made that 2 years ago, we included Mario, Luigi, Toad, Daisy, who is identical to Bunbun, just outside of the sprite, and Peach, and unanimously, and Wario. And unanimously, everyone's favorite character was Daisy / Bunbun to play with, because you have so much control, and also the flutter just is super handy. I do really think it'd be interesting to make stuff with Wario from that ASM, though, because I think Wario has some cool speed tech that we, like, just barely scratched the surface of.
Glad your housework is almost done. Rolls are back on. I guess probably we should take a break in a minute.
Okay.
No, that absolutely makes sense. That's money or whatever. Spend all the time doing it. You do your own, don't you?
This level was my KLDC 2021 entry, by the way, for anyone who recognizes it. It did have a 4th segment, and all of these segments were a little tighter and harder. But I think this version is pretty much just fun platforming again. You said it a couple times, and I realized we were trying to have one. One second, I guess. Olit, hi. How's it going? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
My nail station and shit. No, that makes so much sense. Like, how would you get it? Fix that. So yeah, my broken one. Oh yeah.
Okay. Let me do the next level and then I'll be good for a break. Because that'll be at the end of... Oh, okay. I mean, we could just... Alright, we'll just take a break now then, I guess. It would have just been a little easier to mark it at the end of the world, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and take a quick break on this clear vid until after we've had a chance to serve up the food and eat and smoke and stuff. So when we come back after the clip show, we will be continuing the rest of World 4 and Special World. It shouldn't really take that much longer, honestly. I don't think there's really too much left that we have to do. And then we will either continue with Effort World or we'll figure out something else to do. So thanks for hanging out, everyone. We'll be right back. Enjoy the clip show, and we'll chill and play some more Bunbun 3 night. Hope Smash went well enough. Hi everyone, I'm Cio. We made Bunbun 1 and 2, and as you can see, also Bunbun 3. This is the first time we've been playing through version 1.0 on stream. We have like 6, 7 more levels left. I forget exactly how many, actually. But like the other castles.
I didn't run an ad during that?
Oh god damn it, I didn't either. Well,
Oh my god.
I at least have like 20 minutes left, but
that was stupid.
As we did in the other castles of this game, this castle is a combination of everything in this world, which includes underwater level, castle blocks, dry bones. I don't actually remember if there's a dry beetle in this castle. I don't remember if I was able to work that in or not. And then the ice, semi-ice physics, I guess I should call them, physics from Day of Sliding. which include the clear ice physics platforms, the freeze blocks that I used in that previous room, and the ice vines that are in the next room.
Zero to like 8 and then switch to Kaizo?
Okay.
Is that good?
Yeah, probably. This castle had a lot of ideas to combine as well as make their own things, but I think it came together pretty well. This is a pretty fun level. This particular obstacle is much easier on joystick than it is on a janky D-pad, I've noticed. And even then, it's not like easy, it's just easier. And then also for everyone on the raid / everyone who came in late and didn't hear, I will be uploading this as a clear video, which will be put in the README along with the YouTube link for the playlist of this game. There will also be the Bunbun 3 graphic that's up above. I'll be including a version of that for thumbnails and titles and stuff if you want to use it for that. And I'm also working on a Bunbun 3 art book, which is slowly developing because I've never actually done one before. But over the past couple of weeks, we've been working on level illustrations, I guess. Similar to what Borgie's been doing with all of his race levels and stuff. I like kind of just draw the set pieces and stuff from the level and the theming and just draw a little piece with Mario and or Bunbun in it. It's been pretty fun, but we still have a lot of levels to draw. I'm basically a 3-combo castle right now, which is the World 1 castle. So there's still a lot of levels to draw, and then I also have to put them into the spreads and draw the like facts and stuff. I also don't want it to just be like the image and like a little paragraph on every page. I'd like there to be little infographics about the level if I can. So that part might take a little while to design, because especially after playing Tunic, I want to make it cute. If you're wondering why Tunic's in the credits, that is why / will eventually be why. I'm really sad that that last note cuts off by like a half beat, because it's supposed to go to do 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 and then just end, but you only get like a little bit of the ending note, but whatever. Alright, so the special feature of Special World, in addition to the palette, which all of the palettes in Special World will be built around this like pretty intense like black, primarily focused on the foreground and background. The main gimmick, as you'll see once I can actually get through this obstacle, is that you actually have to switch between Mario and Bun in Special World. So up until now, it's been pretty optional in which one you do, but for Special World specifically, I really wanted to sort of take the training wheels off and see what design would look like if you weren't limited by like having to do things with both characters, and could instead trust the player to know how to switch and stuff. The level ideas are still also basically the other ideas that I couldn't fit into a level in the rest of this game. This level in particular is a sprite sheet I'm pretty proud of because I was able to mash Blue. Hi, 33 months. How's it going? Good to see you. This will be out tomorrow, so be excited for it. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. The sprite sheet of this level is pretty fun though, because typically you can't really do anything with Dino Rhinos because they take up like a lot of room on a very important sprite sheet. Which means that you typically can't really combine Dino Rhinos with anything in a level. But through some careful notes and stuff, I noticed that you were able to at least combine vertical dolphins together. So you may notice that there's only vertical dolphins in this level and none of the horizontal ones. It's because the horizontal ones overlap more inconveniently with the Dino Rhinos. And you can get around that with a disassembly, which I'm sure exists for dolphins, but I wanted this level to be pretty much vanilla. And I think it is, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. By the way, I hope you're doing well, Blue. It's good to see you. Thank you for 33 months again. It's a long time. Woo. Thank you. I think you came in right after I did all of the spiel of everything I'm releasing with the hack, but I already have the spoiler-free playlist uploaded to YouTube. I'm a little disappointed because everything I recorded off of SMW Central in that playlist is like really quiet compared to the tracks that I individually downloaded. It's not like unbearable, but it is definitely noticeable, and the reason I recorded everything was to have everything be leveled. But anyway, we have that playlist. We also will have this playthrough uploaded as a clear video. The above graphic up there for the Bunbun 3 logo will be uploaded with the hack so people can use it for thumbnails and title cards or whatever they need it for. And then long term, I'm working on an art book, which I've uploaded pictures to Twitter and Blue Sky and stuff today. The art book's gonna take a while, because there's a lot of levels in this game, and also a lot of drawings I have to do for it, but I'm excited, because I've always wanted to have that kind of media for something that I've designed, and I think this will be a good way to have that as outlet. Alright, this level has frustrated some testers, but I've nerfed it down a lot, I think. I used to make it so you couldn't get through here even unless you like didn't trigger this guy right away. Now you can pretty much just go, it's just harder to get through. If you can dodge the 1-up all the way until the part with the Lakitu up there, then it becomes easier to dodge stuff. Whew. Damn it. So you can throw up Yoshi there, and it doesn't eat the Lakitu, which is like perfect, but You do have to be careful about it, because...
12, 24, 36.
Yep.
36
Wow.
months. Shit, I just did that.
Oh, I see. Why is this thing just like lurking right above me?
I know, I need to get more badges. I need to make my own badges so we can just have a million colors of them and then we can...
I had no clue he did that if you just stopped there. That's... Lakitu is amazing. And also kind of awful. And also pretty amazing.
Liz, how are you doing? Years of support.
You think I got a double eat there? Doesn't matter, we'll never know.
No math, for real. I know the first time we had to say the math here tonight. To myself, even, I think. Oh wait, no, it was to a picture I took on my trip.
Whew. God damn it! I saved the one tile flutter and then just died to the guy slowly falling on me? Come on. Okay, that one was definitely double E. Okay.
I'm gonna have to like re-up this with Plus soon. Oh no.
So there's a couple different ways you can do this obstacle.
You said I'm getting ultra. You can solve for X. Anyway, very fun. I'm glad to hear that.
This segment can sometimes be very hard on D-pad. It's not like super bad, but it is at least a little
No, you're
noteworthy.
fine. Not solve for X. Oh my god. I'm so proud. That's a friend.
That's a friend. I wonder if I can do that actually. Oh, you can. Cool. I saw Amy trying to do this during testing, and I wasn't sure it was actually possible after I moved stuff around. I think it's still easier to do that, but... Yeah. As you can see by that, the P-switch timer there is pretty light. The P-switch run is not meant to be very difficult, and neither is that once you're through. I got rid of the muncher right there because I died there during testing, and I was like, yeah, I don't like that. There used to be a muncher there at the end, and I didn't think you could actually die to it because I thought you'd trigger the goal first. But if you like jump up into the side of it, then you can. So be careful about that. It's not there anymore, so I guess you don't have to be careful about anything. But if you played beta version, be careful. So shout out to Third Wall, who politely recommended that I redo the level that this was into what it is now. Because what it is now is actually one of my favorite levels in the hack, and I feel like it went from being a cool idea that I had to actually being a cool level plus a cool idea. Shoutouts to Kevin for the super ASM of Mondo Tide, basically. Because I was able to basically use that in a Kaizo setting with the tight timer to be able to actually build a Mondo segment with the ice. Once you know the flow through that segment, it's pretty loose also, which is nice. Alright.
I'm into that.
The final Mega Man Battle Network track of the game. I think it's like actually number 6. It's either 5 or 6, I forget exactly how many it is, but... I show off that alternate strat at the end there because that was actually the original intended strat, and then Amy was determined to spin jump through it, so I just gave a spin jump coin, and now it's actually pretty easy to spin jump through. Shout out to Amy for brute forcing her way through it, just spin jumping without the indicator, because it's actually much harder. Okay. Final level is 9-inch Buns, which is a bunch of Reznor fights. Specifically 4 rooms of Reznor with a checkpoint in between every other room. If you have the blue switch, you have access to 2 mushrooms at the start. And that LR sign is a polite reminder that you are able to flutter through. And then you can restart out in that room if you want to grab the mushrooms again. Personally, I don't think they help a ton in room 1, but they definitely help in room 2. What's probably optimal in a more casual speedrun is to at least grab the mushrooms once, and then hope that you at least get to keep one in reserve, probably. And then you can keep it in reserve, be small. At least I think you can keep an item in reserve. I guess I'm not actually 100% sure on that. These Reznors stop when you're looking to the left, which is why the room keeps stopping when you're turning left. Shout out to Circle Friendo for the ASM edits to make that possible. And then the last checkpoint of the game, I have to force you out to the overworld there because room 4 would spawn weird if I didn't. For some reason, room 4 has a slightly different arrangement on the very first time you're going through this. If you don't force that overworld reset, like the Reznors just kind of go all over the place. Instead, now they're perfectly aligned where they should be. Yeah. Okay. I think we're okay. Time this out. Up, up, float. Don't sit in front of the bullet and wait to get shot. Okay. Alright. Even with like a 15-20 minute break, we were still able to clear Bunbun 3 in under 2 hours, so that's pretty good. I had aimed for 2 hours to be my goal for that. Thanks. And then, nice Dragon Roost style credits. Shoutouts to everyone who made this hack possible, because there were a lot of people that came together for this. Shoutouts to anyone who plays this hack, thank you. Shoutouts to anyone who streams this hack, also thank you. I tried to thank as many friends as possible, but it turns out even though vanilla credits give you a lot of room, they don't give you infinite room. So I tried to thank as many friends as I could throughout this development process. I'm probably going to see friends in here that I missed as I'm going through this and be terrified, but you know what? I did my best. I scanned through this many times to make sure. And if you're not in here, it doesn't mean that you didn't influence this in any way. I just honestly probably ran out of room, because Bun can attest to how many times I had to move around individual people throughout all these credits, throughout all these lines to try to squeeze. Yep.
Okay, I'll move it.
But yeah, Bunbun 3 has been a very fun, honestly pretty challenging 3 years. I was very nervous in September of last year when the laptop wiped and I had to revert back to an old save and thought I pretty much lost everything, because that would have delayed Bunbun 3 by at least another year, if not longer than that. Oh, I actually have to move that last thank you for playing up, but I saw that. Okay, we have one thing we have to fix before release, which means this test was worth it! I just have to move that thank you for playing up a tile. Yeah. 07, Roch. Love you, buddy. It's gonna run an ad in a couple of minutes because I forgot to do that over the break for some reason.
Oh, I just ran mine when I got
So I'm gonna go ahead and run mine now because all it's missing from here is vanilla credits and stuff. While I'll say, hey Kevin, how's it going? While we're running that ad though, let's do a poll on what we should do next. Okay. 2-minute poll. Up top. Vote on what I should do next while I'm running this ad and moving this credit thing up one more tile before I forget to do that before release. Oh, it also did not run the ad. Okay, let me run the ad for real. While y'all are voting in the poll and while I'm getting set up for something. I guess I don't exactly know what I'm getting set up for yet, but yeah, after stream I'm gonna edit this playthrough down and probably just cut out the death loops, honestly, since it just kind of needs to be a clear video. I will also work on getting a speedrun board up. It's been a couple of years, so I kind of forget how to do it, honestly. I don't remember it being that difficult, but I assume somebody will probably want to speedrun this at some point, so I should probably get the board for that up. Yeah, I think so. I hope so, at least. I think Shoujo said it. I think Third Wall also said it.
Yeah, I think I remember Third Wall saying it. Remember correctly.
Alright, looks like we're doing Effort World. Probably the most chill option that I had, so I'm down for that. Um,
Baby, Mr. Feel chill here, yay! Happy to have
okay. We got a minute of ads left, so we'll just sit here for a sec. But for those that were here last night, we did get through the item swimming secret exit, which was very hard. It looks like this secret exit in here is World 4, but I guess I'll probably just do this secret exit until it links up to what I assume is this castle on the main path. Some good overworld music. Okay, we are back from the ads. Welcome back, everyone. As I mentioned during the ad break last night, we beat this castle and got both exits in this pretty tough water level. I think this way down here is probably where I want to go eventually, but I'm kind of just trying to explore all of one path until I think it links up to something else. So let's go ahead and dip into World 4 and do Super Athletic Mario. Okay. Sudden. Yeah, if y'all have been playing Pokemon Sleep, you should add me and Bun, because